Stocks plunge after China retaliates in trade war. Stocks fell sharply Monday as a trade war between the world's largest economies intensified, with China retaliating against the United States' latest move. The Dow plunged nearly 500 points, while the S&P 500 dropped 1.9% and Nasdaq sank 2.4%. Trade bellwethers Caterpillar and Boeing dropped 1.9% and 2.2%, respectively. Semiconductors, Apple shares slid 2.9%. Nike dropped. Now we have a trade situation that is going off the rails as the side effects multiply due to the ramping up of the use of tariffs, and we are only further apart from any resolution with the Chinese, said Peter Bookvar, Chief Investment Officer at Bleakley Advisory Group. The policy of used China, which has historically controlled its currency, the yuan, allowed it to fall to its lowest level against the dollar in more than a decade. The onshore yuan, President Donald Trump later accused China of manipulating its currency, noting in a tweet, "This is a major violation which will greatly weaken China over time." China appears to have decided that, given the increasingly dim prospects of a trade deal with the US, the boost to China's export sector from currency depreciation is worth attracting the ire of the Trump. Julian Evans Pritchard, senior China economist at Capital Economics, wrote in a note. The fact that Bloomberg News also reported China has asked state-owned companies to suspend U.S. agricultural imports. These moves come after Trump announced last week the U.S. would impose a 10% tariff on $300 billion worth of Chinese imports. That tariff would target retail, along with other consumer goods. The news pushed the S&P 500 to its worst weekly performance of the year. The S&P investors rushed to traditional safe havens like treasuries and gold on Monday amid the uncertainty. The benchmark 10 European shares fell broadly. The STOXX 600.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.